This is Jeff and Jeremy in the morning.
Here we go. Redzone Challenge, the 3 closest games of the week. We're going to run them down. We're going to break them down. We're going to tell you who we think is going to win. And really, I would just say listen to Jeff and Leslie. They're running the way with this thing. Patrick's creeping back, though. Jeff at 12-3, Leslie at 10-5. I'm at 9-6. Patrick, with a good week last week, gets him to 8-7. And so now we're all over 500, which is good. As they say, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. Jeff, we've picked 15 games. You've only missed 3. Well done.
Very lucky on a lot of those, though, because these are the closest games of the week, and a lot of them are really determined by field goals, things going on at the end. I mean, I can only think of one that was really a blowout, and that was Colts-Miami, and that was the very first game we picked this year. Everything else has been really close.
Yeah.
Except for the Chargers really laid an egg last week, and we all took the Chargers against the Commanders, and the Commanders came out firing right off. Man, they look good, and the Chargers don't look so good. Patrick, your thoughts on that?
Well, just like you said, if we watch the Arizona game back, what a debacle.
Yes, sure. That's not the word I used, but...
I mean, brief, right? Chargers were up 10-3 with the ball. They fumbled. And then they had a punt return for a touchdown that was epic, and they got called back. So they were on the verge of going up 17-3 2 different times, and they ended up losing the game 20-10. Riddle me that. If you watch the game, that was wild.
Yes, it was. They looked like they were going to march to a victory. And then in these games, I've noticed, and this happened with that Sunday night game with the Cowboys and the Packers a couple weeks ago. I've noticed in these games, there is something that kind of turns the tide, and it has a college feel to it. Like usually the NFL, the teams will get back to doing what they need to do in order to get control of the game. But in the Arizona game, in the Los Angeles game this past weekend, and then that Cowboys-Packers game, it fell apart after that game-changing turnover or whatever it is. The wheels fell off the wagons for all 3 of those teams.
And the Eagles.
And the Eagles. I forgot the Eagles. The Eagles were whooping Denver on Sunday.
Yeah, that was fantastic.
It was good for you. I thought of you.
All right, let's get into it.
Everybody thought of me.
The Red Zone Challenge.
My phone was blowing up.
Brought to you by the Poorhouse in Paso Robles and Be Right There Heating and Air. $25 to the Poorhouse every week. And that free service inspection from Be Right There Heating and Air. Callthebee.com to schedule yours. We got $1,000 in cash we're giving away. A flat screen TV and soundbar from Coast Electronics. Plus an unlimited all-access pass to all the shows at the Poorhouse in 26. All right, we're going to break down the 3 closest games of the week, and we start off with Seattle traveling to Jacksonville Sunday morning. The Hawks, a 1.5-point road favorite after that battle between them and the Bucks on Sunday in Seattle. I didn't get the order here. I'm guessing it goes Jeff, Leslie, Patrick, Jeremy. No, Jeff, yes. Patrick, Leslie, Jeremy.
Yes.
Okay, so Jeff, you're first up. You're first up, yes. Brother. We got Seattle at Jacksonville, 1.5-point favorite. The Hawks go in on the road.
Unknown stat for this game. I don't have them for all the games. I just know this because I'm a Seahawks fan. Mike Macdonald is one of 4 coaches to start his career to win 9 of his first 10 road games.
That's pretty good.
Seattle goes to Jacksonville for this game.
I know they won more road games last year with McDonald than they did home games, too. So,
can you name one of the other 4 coaches?
No. Are we talking about just like this?
Historically.
Last couple seasons? Historically, Shanahan with the Broncos.
No, it was not Shanahan. I'm just going to put it out there because historically he's asking a lot. George Seifert. Yeah, George Seifert did it with the Niners.
Yep.
And a guy that you may have heard of, Sean McVay. He's with the Rams. And then Don McCafferty in the olden days and Paul Brown in the olden days. So,
yeah. That's tough to come up with.
Mike McDonald, Sean McVay. Who else?
George Seifert, Don McCafferty, and Paul Brown. And I need to say more as a Seahawks fan. I was like, no, they're automatic on the road. Give me Seattle.
All right, I like that. Patrick, who do you got?
Oh, I'm going to go with Seattle on the road over Jacksonville. I mean, you hear this in gambling circles, like teams coming off a very big win typically let down the following week.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still high on Seattle, even though they did lose to Tampa Bay. I did think overall they're more consistent. It's going to be a good game, obviously, with a tough spread, but Jacksonville does have a short week. They did come off a big win, and I like the way Sam Darnold's playing football right now. Very consistent quarterback. I'm going to go with Seattle on the road.
I like that. And it makes a lot of sense what you said. Short week, kind of. And after that big win, and Seattle was in that. That was a battle. It came down to a field goal, and he's done some great things.
Yeah, if their defense would have been in it, they would have won the game.
Yeah, Leslie, I'm going to pick Seattle. Who do you like?
Yeah, I'm going to go with exactly. Patrick made some good points, and I'm going to go with just the way that Darnold's throwing the football right now. And like you guys said, that was a battle. They really could have won that game against the Bucs. And short week for the Jags, like Patrick said, I'm going to go Seattle also.
Yeah, I hate to tell you, after the New Orleans game, I put him in. I started him over.
Started what over? What's going on?
What are you talking about? Are you having a stroke?
Yeah, I can't think of my.
You started Sam Darnold over Baker Mayfield?
Thank you, Todd. What is wrong? I cannot think of Baker's name. I don't know what my problem is this week. Yes, I'm having a stroke, but I put him in because Baker was questionable. It was a Thursday night game, and the coaching staff, the plays did not come in. They ran the ball. They wouldn't let him throw the ball, and they lost the game. So screw the Seahawks. But I will pick him to win this week. Next up, Detroit at Kansas City. Kansas City, a 1.5 point favorite, Jeff, at home.
Whew. Detroit's playing out of their mind. I don't know how Kansas City's a 1.5 point favorite on this one.
I was going to say the same thing.
I mean, Detroit's playing out of their mind. Kansas City laid an egg in Jacksonville. They also have the short week. I am going to, because of that, take Detroit in this game. And, boy, it's going to be an uphill battle for the celebrated Kansas City Chiefs.
All right, he goes with Detroit. They're on the road this week, Patrick, at Candlestick. 1.5 point favorite. What do you like?
Candlestick. What are you?
Candlestick. Yeah. You are having a stroke.
What's the name of Arrowhead? Arrowhead.
The problem is I brought up George Seifert, and he didn't see that coming. And he's like, oh, yeah, Candlestick.
Arrowhead. They're at Arrowhead.
Yeah, I was looking for a list there.
Anyways, who do you like?
Yeah, Detroit lost week 1 to Green Bay, division rival opening of the season. Ever since then, they've been a freight train, and they're just very well-rounded. I'm a closet Detroit Lions fan out of the NFC, and so I'm gonna go with my boys up in Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs been on my fantasy team for a couple of years. Really, really like them, and also a loss for our lovely Kansas City Chiefs friends here in the AFC West.
All right, what about you, Leslie?
Yeah, Jeff mentioned the spreads, how he doesn't see how the Chiefs are -1.5 in this week's interesting because all the 4-1 teams this week they're not the favorites. So it's kind of weird this week, but that's the NFL, I guess. But I just don't see how the Chiefs are the favorite in this one either. I'm going to go with the Lions as well. They're just, 4 in a row. They've won. Montgomery's running the ball well. I actually benched Henry last week for Montgomery, finally.
Good job.
Yeah, I was,
You throw a touchdown, too.
Yeah, that's a whole...
Against the Bengals.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, I'm going Lions. I think that this is maybe an easier pick of the week, but hey, what do we know? It's a coin flip every game.
It's one of the closest spreads of the week.
All right, coming up. We still have one more to get to. We have what's that?
Who are you picking?
Oh, I went with Detroit. Sorry, I thought I said that. Maybe I didn't.
No,
coming up, San Francisco. The 4-1 49ers are traveling out to Tampa Bay to take on the 4-1 Bucks. We got the Redzone breakdown. Plus, we'll break this game down as well, and our Survivor pick of the week coming up next.
Jeff and Jeremy in the morning.
It is the Redzone Challenge brought to you by Be Right There Heating and Air, calltheb.com, and the Poorhouse in Paso Robles, PasoRoblesBeer.com. We got Leslie and Patrick on breaking down our 3 closest games of the week. Seattle at Jacksonville. We all took Seattle. Detroit at Kansas City. Kansas City, a home favorite, yet we all took Detroit. And now it's San Francisco traveling over to Tampa Bay to take on the Bucks. Both 4-1 on the season. And Tampa Bay, a 3-point home favorite on this. Real quick numbers on the Red Zone Challenge. 76% of the nation right now taking the Bucks over the 49ers. Almost said whiners. They find a way to win every week. They've been doing great.
So reading tea leaves on injuries for the 49ers, which I should be like a regular segment on every radio station that's at least, within 300 miles of San Francisco, because they always have lots of injuries. It doesn't look like Brock Purdy's going to play in this one. They're hopeful for Ricky Pearsall and Juwan Jennings to make their return for Game 6. They don't think that they're long-term injuries. George Kittle unlikely to play.
It just has to kill people from fantasy, because now we're into bye weeks and we're having to deal with that and the injuries on top of it. Those first 4 weeks felt like it wasn't that bad until now you got to deal with bye weeks as well. So hopefully Godspeed to the rest of those 49ers for getting healthy. We'll start off with you, Jeff. The Bucks 3-point favorite at home against the injured 49ers traveling all the way across the country to Florida.
Now, the Bucks are kind of injured as well, as you know, they're missing Bucky Irving, and I don't think Rachaad White is a good running back, although he did look like a good running back against the Seattle Seahawks, who decided to take a week off on defense. I learned my lesson last week on the 49ers. I'm not going to count them out. They are well prepared. They're deep, and Mac Jones looked like the man on Thursday night. I mean, he was besides the fact that he was getting beat up all over the place, and what he had to deal with before the game, that guy, he should be a starter somewhere else in the NFL if he doesn't take Brock Purdy's job in San Francisco. Give me the Niners in the upset victory over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers this week.
Look at you. All right. So
a few extra days to prepare, get people healthy. I feel like, the Niners, this is the Niners week.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. They have a couple extra days of rest under their belt, Patrick. And the Red Zone Nation does like the Bucks, 76% picking them right now to beat the 49ers on Sunday. What do you say?
Yeah, being a few games behind you guys, I got to pick my spots and try to hit some upsets. But this is not one of those spots, guys. Mac Jones did play electric the other day, put his heart on the line, his body on the line, and I think he earned his spot in the NFL over the next 8 to 10 years as a viable backup quarterback. He did a great job. But the way Tampa Bay is playing football, the way Baker Mayfield's playing football, he's an MVP candidate as of right now, which is, a couple of years ago, you'd be like, what?
When he was third string in Carolina, boy, they fumbled that one, didn't they?
Yeah. How about the Cleveland Browns letting him walk? Right. He's the only quarterback that won a playoff game with them, and they've been through very well noted 40 quarterbacks over the last 15 years or so, and he won a playoff game for him. They let him walk. And here he is doing his thing in Tampa Bay, MVP candidate, playing great football. I'm happy for him. I love the way he plays football. He's competitive. He brings high energy to his team. He's a leader, but he's effective and efficient, and that's what you want out of your quarterback. And so I'm going to go with the home team. I'm going to go with Baker in Tampa Bay.
How about you, Leslie?
Yeah, like you said earlier, Jeremy, that the Niners seem to keep getting lucky or somehow pulling it out and getting the win. Yeah. I don't think that's I think their luck runs out this week. They're just too banged up. The Bucks are playing too good of football. Patrick made some more good points. Mayfield's playing great, coming off as one of his best games of his career last week in that, upset against Seattle for you guys. But Mac Jones, man, bless him. He played with so much heart, and I give him all the credit in the world, but I'm going to go with the Bucks.
All right, I like the Bucks as well, as Jeff calls it, the Baker Mayfield grit to get it done. And like you said, Patrick, he is an MVP candidate, and he just keeps impressing me. I'm really happy I picked him up in fantasy as my quarterback. So we're all going the Bucks. Jeff, let's hear your 40-whiner.
I don't even know what a Niner does.
They cry. They cry.
They mine for gold.
I know.
Whiner? That's a new term. That's a new football.
You've never heard that? The 40-whiners? What?
40.
I guess this is a Seattle thing that we came up with.
Yeah, you're not a Seahawks fan. God,
That's a gold
what does a prospector say?
They sound a lot like fishermen.
Hey, girl, hear that? Where's the golden in their hills?
All right, before we wrap, let's do our Survivor pick. Patrick is the only one. No, wait. Are you still in it, Patrick? You're in the main pool?
Yeah, he is.
All right, good for you. You're the only one. The rest of us all fell out. Arizona got me last week. So we'll jump in. We'll start with Jeff, though. Who do you like winning this week in the Survivor game, Jeff?
That means I have to look at all the rest of the games. Give me...
You want me to go first?
There is not any slam dunks on this one. I haven't taken Green Bay.
Oh, come on.
I haven't taken Green Bay yet. I'll take Green Bay over Cincinnati.
Okay. All right. Patrick, you're next.
Yeah, the Bengals are the gift that keeps on giving. Moving that over from New Orleans.
I mean, come on, Joe Flacco. Come on, it's a different monster now. Watch out, Green Bay.
No, their offensive. What a great idea, right? Our offensive line can't block anything. Let's bring in the 40-year-old cornerback to get upgraded.
Joe Flacco's like, no.
Is there an instant retire button? So anyhow, I'm going to go with the Green Bay Packers in my Survivor pick this week.
Okay. Leslie, who do you like? I'm looking at Denver, but then I found a New England pick looks
New England looks
sexy
good
this
too.
week.
Yeah.
But you picked it for me. I mean, Denver over the Jets. For me, that's a no-brainer. If you don't have Denver, then go for New England. Or I doubt a lot of people have the Eagles left, but that's, I think, a no-brainer also.
I mean,
yeah.
New England's playing some good football. I had Denver. I could take them. You think I should take Denver? It's a toss-up for me.
Yeah, I think Denver over the Jets is an easy pick.
All right, there it is. So we got Green Bay, Denver, and New Orleans. If I'm sorry, not New Orleans, New England. New England. All right, so there it is. All right, guys, great picks this week. We all got slaughtered last week. Hopefully we do a little bit better this week. It was an odd week. And Mark Chan says he almost got slaughtered as he got stabbed in the chest by a trucker. And apparently he was at fault. So drunk quarterbacks fighting truck drivers isn't always going to turn out the way you think.
He's just been trying to shake the butt fumble stigma, and he successfully did so.
All right, play the Redzone Challenge. Get to KZOZ.com. Good luck, guys.
Good luck, guys. Bye.
Bye.
You can do it as well. Redzone Challenge. If you haven't signed up, it'll only take seconds. You can win $1,000 in cash, a flat screen TV and soundbar from Coast Electronics, and unlimited all access pass to the Poorhouse in 2026. Get to KZOZ.com.